Hi, welcome back again. After seeing all my previous videos, you might be having a lot of questions in your mind. So the first question you might have is it legitimate? So you might be wondering whether you can do it or not. You all know that most of the functions are outsourced to India. The functions in the sense, all the processes, all that a bank handles, all that is done by an investor, all that is done by a servicer is already outsourced to India. You might be seeing a lot of emails coming to you from Indians. Even if you're receiving an email for revisions from any of the servicing companies, you know that it will be coming from some other country. That means the knowledge has already been transferred to India. So we are already trained to handle this area of specialization for you. Even though the servicing companies may be imposing a lot of restrictions for you to outsource your work, you may be also having restrictions from your local MLS boards to outsource your work or to hand over your MLS credentials to trade countries. But this is the way to survive because you know that the BPO prices are going down every day, and this is the only way you can survive. You cannot spend 2 hours in front of your computer and only make $20 or $30 of money, which should also cover your expenses. This is really not practical. The only way for you to make some money doing BPOs is to outsource. When I say outsource, you need to make sure that you're outsourcing to the right kind of candidate, the right kind of company. That will make a lot of difference on the final output. To further drill this question down, you may be wondering how it is possible to do the BPO report remotely without having any knowledge about the local market. So before we start every BPO, we search the subject property address on the Google or Bing Maps to understand the location influence of the property. We will keep into consideration whether there are any railway tracks near to the property, the power lines, the commercial activity around the property, the water bodies, schools, golf views, any industrial establishments near to the property, the traffic source, and the density of the area, whether it's a suburban area, the rural area, or it's an urban location. We get a lot of information using street views or through satellite views of the maps. And we also consider other online sources like neighborhood statistics from the MLS. And we also refer websites like Zillow, Redfin, and many other websites where they list out a lot of information about the neighborhood. We will also use the market summary from the MLS sites. We go to a particular area in the MLS and we find out how many properties are available. And we also try to analyze the feature of these properties to understand how the local market looks like. All this information will give us a fair understanding of the market value. Of course, we definitely expect some inputs from you, especially when required. So we need a lot of inputs from you, like when the subject property is a listing, and when you inspect the property, like we need your observations about that property. So we need to know like what is the current condition of the property, and what did you find out when you visited that property. And if you want us to note down any specific repairs or adjustments for the property, you can let us know, because any information from your side is very valuable for us and we can make use of that information on our BPOs at this stage. So you might be wondering how we got trained in valuing these properties. We are working in this domain for like 15 years. So my team, they inherit the experience and knowledge, both myself and my partner, over these years, and we train them regularly about what we have learned in the past. And also we keep track of all the latest happenings in the industry. We track our feedbacks from each of our clients. For example, if there is a client in Illinois, if there is something important that he knows, we make sure that that knowledge is applied to all our BPOs. So that means something good from Illinois can go to a BPO in Florida. So that is the advantage. We also look into the revision requests that are coming through, because since we'll be completing on an average over 200 BPOs, 200 to 300 BPOs in a day, we'll be getting revisions from different companies from different states. As soon as we get one revision, we make sure that the remaining BPOs are taken care for that company. We keep tab of all the revisions that are coming back to us, and we make use of this information to keep training our employees, keep updating their knowledge base. We also try to analyze like why the mistakes are happening, so that we know like whether it's a process related or it's related to any particular individual. A lot of information will go through the training process. So that way we always keep ourselves updated. And since we are dealing with the question whether this business is legitimate, I told you earlier, like almost all the companies nowadays, they try to track your IP address. The main reason for tracking IP address is they want to make sure that the BPOs are happening in USA and from the broker himself. So because they want to discourage outsourcing of BPO business. But like I said, since there is no other option for you to do the BPO by yourself with a fee they're paying for each BPOs. So what we have done is like after a lot of research, we have tried so many systems and we have found out that there are certain VPN services and there are certain remote desktop services and services like Amazon workstations. So they're pretty much foolproof. When we use these services, they ensure that our connection is passed through their servers. And these BPO companies or the MLS websites, they only see the IP address coming from an US address. These services will make sure that nowhere they'll be able to find out that the work is completed in India. And your next question could be, how can I give you the access to my login information? Why would you need my login information, whether it's safe? Why we need your login information, especially the login information for your MLS, is because the servicing companies or investors, they always need the information coming from reliable sources. Getting the information from MLS is very crucial for us because that is the only source where we can get the accurate database of all the happenings in your market. There could be many other sources like Zillow, Redfin, and there are many websites where they'll provide you the listings. So we can make use of that information, but it may not be 100% accurate. There are chances that we may be missing out on some important good quality comps that can be only found through MLS websites. Having access to your MLS, especially when you want us to find out the comparables, is very much required. Also, if you're asking us to do only the data entry part, we definitely need MLS access to download the data from the MLS. You may give us the listing numbers, but we need more details about those properties. So we need to access your MLS to download information on those listings. But if you're okay to provide downloaded copies of the MLS of all your comparables from the MLS websites, that then it will be good for us. In that case, we don't need your MLS access. But we definitely need access to your BPO website because we need to fill out the data from all these files into your BPO. So we definitely need your BPO access. Whether it's safe, yes, it's definitely safe because we are a company incorporated under the Indian laws, and we always sign a non-disclosure agreements for our client. We always promise that we keep your information safe in secure servers. None of our employees can access your login credentials without they first logging into our servers. So whoever is using your login ID and password will have an entry in our servers. So we will exactly know who used your login information. And we also make sure that all our employees sign a non-disclosure agreement with us. And we make sure that there is no printers available around for them to take any kind of printouts of your login information. So we also make sure that the mobiles are banned so that they'll not even be able to take photographs of your login information. And also their communication is also filtered. So they'll not be able to communicate your login credentials outside of the company premise by way of emails or text messages. So that way we take care of your information safe. So we protect the information physically and also through processes. So you may be wondering whether we can provide references. Yes, definitely we can provide you references. First, we need to take permission from our clients because not every client will be willing to disclose their identity to any of you because some of them they prefer to keep our working relationship confidential. You know the obvious reasons behind that. But we can definitely provide references. We have very good standing with many of the clients who would love to give you references. So now, after knowing all this information, you might be wondering how it's going to help you. Some of you might be already using certain automated data entry tools to complete the BPO. You might be wondering how it will help to use our services. I'm very sure that you know that not all the automated data entry tools are 100% self-driven. You definitely need trained agents to take care of a lot of things manually. And there are many decisions to be made at every stage of the BPO. Can be only done by the human beings, and they got to have some kind of expertise to complete a BPO. You definitely need to spend a lot of time making your data entry tool to work for you. And once it's done with its job, you will have to spend a lot of time to finish the BPO. And you might be wondering, like, what are the benefits of working with an outsourcing company like Upwin, and why you should choose to work with us. and how we are different from other virtual assistants. The main strength about our team is like we are well qualified, we have a lot of experience in this industry, and we are driven to perfection by regular trainings that we conduct for our employees. All our agents, we make sure that they have a minimum of bachelor degree. All our trainings help our agents to become a reliable professionals. They make sure that they deliver their services in a timely fashion. We very much understand the importance of timing in this particular industry. Here are some of the benefits of hiring Abwin for your services. You need not worry about meeting your BPO deadlines because we take care of that for you. You just get us the photos and you can forget about the BPO. You don't have to spend your whole life in front of the computer because most of the job is done by us. You can just focus on getting more BPOs for your business. Just do frequent follow-ups with the BPO companies and make sure that you're improving your scores by doing a final review on all our BPOs if possible, at least wherever possible. This way you can keep getting more and more BPOs from the servicing companies. You can focus on selling more and more properties and you can earn commission because you'll have a lot of time doing that. And you need not have to incur cost of maintaining your own employees. I believe each broker would require at least 1 or 2 employees just to take care of their BPO needs. You can drastically eliminate the office infrastructure cost because a lot of your manual labor of completing BPOs will be taken care by us. You need not have to worry about arranging the computers or any other infrastructure for your employees. We have a convenient weekly invoicing system and we will send the invoices along with the payment link. You can make payments either through PayPal, your credit card, or your debit card. Now that I have explained all the benefits of outsourcing your BPO work and how we can help you, so you might be interested in knowing like what we do, how we work. So the first question you might be having would be about our work timings. So we start our day by 10:30 p.m. EST your time, by the time when you will be going to bed, and we will be continuing to work up to the next day up to around 3:30 p.m. EST your time. So we will have about 18 hours of coverage throughout your day. So whatever work you send before you sleep will be completed by the time you will wake up and get ready to work again. And whenever you need any urgent help, you can always email us or you can call us at the number that I'm going to share with you a little later. So you can call us or you can email us anytime and we'll take care of your requirements. And what is our turnaround time? So we normally complete all our BPOs within 12 to 16 hours time. At the max, we will complete everything for you within 24 hours. Yes, we are open on Sundays and also on holidays. Our full team may not be working on those days, but we make sure that we have enough resources to take care of all the urgent emails that we will be receiving. So we make sure that any emails that we receive on Sundays or holidays, we will make sure that based on the priority, everything is taken care by end of the day. If the email is not of urgent nature, you may expect our response on the next day, that is the Monday or the next working day. But we always make sure that any of your urgent requirements are taken care on the same day itself. Do you photograph the subject property? And what if you don't want to do it by yourself? No, we do not take the photographs of the subject property. Since we are based in India, we will not be able to do it for you. We can refer some good services wherein you can hire them and you can outsource your photography work. They'll inspect the properties for you, or you can hire some photographers for your own company. That photographer can take care of all your photo requirements, including your listing photographs, the marketing photographs, and everything for you. Are you familiar with REO, interior rentals, FNMA, chase reports? We have very good understanding about the workings of this valuation industry since we are in this business for over 15 years. We know like how each of these BPOs come to us, and first we try to figure out why the BPO is sent and what is the main purpose behind that particular BPO and who is the investor behind each of the BPOs. Every BPO has its own set of requirements, and we try to follow each and every one of them. Do you accept orders and do you auto accept order? We do accept orders manually for our clients. It's a complimentary service, and we are not charging anything extra for that service. Due to the latest technological advancements and a lot of competitions for getting the BPOs, the success rate for accepting BPOs manually may be low. We try our best to accept all the BPO orders for you. But however, if you want to hire somebody to auto accept the BPOs for you, we can definitely suggest some good services which can help you to get more BPOs through automated mode of order acceptance. You'll have to pay the fee for the respective servicing company. There are companies who will charge anywhere between $1 to $2 per accepted BPO, and they might even have a standard fee for every account that they monitor. You can definitely make use of such services. They are reliable, and you can increase your volumes by that means. So now you might be wondering how to get started, how we can start working with us. First, you need to define the scope of service, and you need to understand where all we can help you. You need to make up your mind about what all you can outsource. Let us know in advance, like what all kind of services you want us to do it for you. And then you can email us the order details. I'm going to share the email ID and all other details a little later. You need to give us the login credentials for your BPO or MLS accounts. It depends on like how you want us to take care of your BPOs. If you are sending the BPO files with all the comparables, MLS sheets, the subject tax records, everything, if you are ready to email, then we will not be requiring your MLS account login information. But if you want us to take care of everything by ourselves, then we definitely need login credentials for both your MLS and BPO accounts. And then we can complete 2 BPOs as free samples, so you can make sure that all the claims that we made on all our videos are true. And then once you're happy with our services, we are going to share the pricing policy, and then we'll be signing a contract which will include the confidentiality agreement. So that's it. So we're good to go. Thanks for watching.